Okay. Good morning, all the students present here. So let us start with our lecture. So before we proceed to chapter number 2, let us take a small recap for whatever we have done so far. Okay. So the very first we have started with definition of IoT. Okay. So initially I have said that in very simpler terms, IoT definition is divided into three parts where I stands for internet, T stands for things, and together it is called as IoT, that is Internet of Things. Okay. So when we talk about internet, every one of us know that it is a public network. It helps us to connect with remote servers, cloud servers, other platforms. Basically, internet does what? It helps us to send, receive, and communicate the information. Okay. Next comes is your things, wherein if I talk about things, it in context of IoT, things is nothing but an entity or a physical object. So that is your things. And when I take all together IoT, that is nothing but a network of physical objects that are embedded with electronics, software, sensors, actuators, and that allows connectivity to your objects, your physical entity, and thereby we can exchange the information. Okay. So that is your IoT. As per IEEE, IoT is defined as network of items, each embedded with sensors and which are connected to the internet. So in your exam, you are expected to write IEEE definition as well. Okay. Next, when I conclude IoT, when I sum up IoT, we can say that physical objects plus sensor actuators and controllers plus internet, that is nothing but your IoT. Okay. Next topic which we had covered was features of IoT. So when I talk about features of IoT, the very first feature is AI, second is connectivity, third is sensors, fourth is active management, fifth is devices. So these are your all 5 features of IoT. Next, when I talk about major components of IoT, these are the major components. First is your thing or device. So when I talk about thing or device, that is nothing are your physical objects that are actually embedded with actuators, controllers, okay, and that helps you to sense the data from the environment. So there are many type of sensors. There are pressure sensors, there are moisture sensors, there are humidity sensors, there are RFID tags. So there are many sensors which exchange the information or which takes the information from the environment. Next comes was your gateway. When I talk about gateway, it refers to nothing but it manages the bi-directional traffic between your different networks and protocols that work over the internet. Next, when we talk about cloud, that is nothing but a efficient way of storing your IoT data in real time. Because when I talk about IoT, all the data is in a real time, and in IoT, the massive amount of data is being generated from the devices, applications, and users. So in that case, you really need a big storage medium. So for that we use clouds. Okay. Next, we have analytics, that refers to nothing but analysis of all the data which is stored in the cloud. So basically it is process of that converts your analog data from billions of smart devices and sensors which it has collected. Okay. And later on it can be referred as detailed analysis of your data, and that will help you to make any decisions. So that is your analytics. Okay. Last, major components is your user interface. So when I talk about user interface, it is something through which your customer or the user is going to interact with the system. So you have to always make sure that your user interface has to be very simple, it has to be very user friendly, and all over it you have to take care of one thing, that it should be compatible with most of the wireless standards. Then only it will be more acceptable by the people. Okay. So we have to take care of few things when we consider of designing the user interface. So that's all your major components of IoT: thing or device, gateways, cloud, analytics, and user interface. Let us move to the next. Next comes is your chapter 1. That is the very first topic of the chapter 1 is your flavors of IoT. Okay. So when I talk about flavors of IoT, that is nothing but the applications of IoT where the IoT can be used. Okay. So the most common ones, the ones which are actually known by us and we are familiar with its working. So I've taken those ones. So the very first is your smart home. So when I talk about smart home, everybody knows that smart home refers to as home automation system, wherein with the help of your app, you are controlling the entire home. Okay. So always remember there is a Lodha Builders, those who have come up with this concept of smart homes. Okay. Second is your variables. Everybody knows that variables is one of the most prominent or potential application used by every one of us. Okay. There are many variables. The most common one and the most renowned one is your Apple Watches. Okay. Next is your smart city. So when I talk about smart city, when it automatically manages the traffic, waste management, it helps in environment monitoring, it helps in reducing the air and noise pollution, that is called as smart city. Next, when we talk about smart grids, it refers to your electricity grids are being monitored, they are being distributed evenly among the people, that is called as smart grids. Okay. Next comes is your industrial internet. So when I talk about industrial internet, it refers to when we are using IoT. Okay, that is called as industrial internet. So in industrial internet we are using IoT, we are using machines. One of the most potential industrial internet application can be your healthcare. Next we come up with connected cars. So connected cars is something which is enabled with features like you will have sensors, you will have Wi-Fi, you will have security cameras, you will have embedded softwares. Okay, so one of the example of your connected car can be your BMW. Next comes is your connected health. So when I talk about connected health, it is also at times referred as IOMT, where IO stands for Internet of, M stands for medical, and T stands for things. So this is one of the most application area in this healthcare, wherein now they have smart sensors into their system, which automatically tracks the health of the, you can say, people, and the information can be directly sent to the doctors, and doctors can accordingly suggest. So that is your connected health. Okay. So you have your wristband, you have your Fitbit band. So this all are there, which really helps you to keep connected with your health, let you know about your health, what is the information, and that same information can be given to the doctors for further processing. Okay. Next comes is your smart retail. So when I talk about smart retail, it refers of using smart retailing techniques with IoT. So in this year, you will have tiny embedded cameras that will capture the user preferences, their taste, and accordingly they will let you know or give you the analysis of your retailing. So that is your smart retailing. Next is your smart supply chain. So when I talk about smart supply chain, it refers to cameras or the sensors can be embedded into the goods, so that whenever the goods in the transit, you can able to understand whether it has reached safely or not. The more care is taken when you are transiting any fragile good. So it helps you to track your goods, it helps you to manage your inventory, it helps you to generate the reports. So that is your smart supply chain. Last is your smart farming. Okay, so when I talk about smart farming, it refers to using IoT in farming. So far, if to be very honest, this is not has been come up into the picture as of now. It is still under the research, but we are looking forward that we will have soon smart farming, and this will really help our farmers to make the things easier for them in terms of sensing the type of the soil, to manage the data, okay, to know what type of soil can be grown. So that all comes under your smart farming. Okay. So apart from this, you are also expected to write the reference book flavors of IoT. So the very first reference book flavor of IoT is your alarm ring. So what it is saying, as soon as you open your eyes, you see that your alarm is ringing, and it says you that the train which you are supposed to get is 5 minutes delay. So it tells you that you can sleep more 5 minutes. So that is your alarm ringing. Okay. Second application is, for example, if you have an habit to forget your tablets, so as soon as you go into the kitchen, okay, there is one light which rings, there is one light which keeps turning on and off, and which reminds you that it is time to take your tablets. Okay. Next application in your book is, for example, if you have forgot to take your medicine, so your medicine bottle cap goes online and it emails your doctor that you have forgot your medicine today. So it does like this. Okay. Next is your umbrella handle. For example, if you have an umbrella that is embedded with sensors, so it automatically goes online, checks the weather with BBC reports, and tell you or predicts the weather for today. It can be rain, it can be sunlight, whatever is the weather, it will accordingly tell you and it will predict for you. Okay. Last example was, for example, big large displays you have. For example, so in that case, what you have to do, as you go to your bus stop, you are waiting for the bus, so there is a large display which tells you that today the bus is going to be delayed, and it is stuck somewhere else, so it tells you that you find some another option for it so that you don't reach late. So this is the few applications which you have to write in your exam. So very first place you have to write the applications of the reference book, and then you have to write the applications, this all which is mentioned here. If you name them also, that's all fine, that you can do with it. Okay, let us move to the next. Next was your technology roadmap. So technology roadmap was nothing but that how the technology have changed so far in the year. What is the transformation that has taken place in technology? Okay, so when I talk about at the lowest level around in the years 1960 and between 1990, the communication was between the host. We had just host, we had just computers that used to be communicated with each other, or that used to be connected with each other. Okay, that can be your LAN, local area network, wherein you can connect your host computers within a specified area or within that specified region. Okay, next between 1990 and 2000 they have come up with internet. So when they have come up with internet, the communication has become more broad, it has become wider. So they have come up with, you can say, a wide area network or metropolitan area network, wherein you can connect with the help of internet, you can connect geographically. Okay, now between 2000 and 2010 they have started with internet not only on the devices but the internet on the mobile phones. So now the communication has become more flexible, it has become more portable. So now you can have all what you used to have in your PCs over your mobile phone or various handheld devices, that can be your tablets, that can be any devices which you can carry with you all the time. So that was mobile plus internet. Next, in 2010 and 2015 they have come up with more devices. Okay, so that is mobile plus PC plus people, so you can connect more people over this device at a single point of time, and the connectivity is going to be very broad in nature. Okay, last in 2015 and 2020 we have come up with the concept of IoT, that is internet of things, wherein you can communicate with your devices and your devices are working as smarter for you, because they are sensing all the environment information, collecting that information for you, helping you to do task more easy and simpler. So that is called as internet of things. So that is here at the highest level in between 2015 and 2020 we have connection between every objects. Okay, so every objects which you are dealing with, when it is augmented with internet, it becomes an internet of things object. So everything which has sensors, actuators embedded into it, and it is working as a smart system for you, so that is called as internet of things, that is IoT. Okay, next topic which we had studied was enchanted objects. Okay, so enchanted objects was very simple. According to Dave Rose, he says what, every ordinary object, okay, when it is augmented or when it is given the power of technologies, okay, technologies like your wireless technologies, that becomes more extraordinary, then it is called as enchanted objects. So his definition is what? Enchanted objects start as ordinary things. It can be a pen, it can be a wallet, it can be a shoe, it can be light bulb or table. So ordinary things, when it is augmented and enhanced through the use of emerging technologies like your sensors, actuators, wireless connection and enabled processing, it becomes extraordinary. So according to his definition, every object when connected with internet becomes an extraordinary. So he has come up with this 6 human desires. That is, first is what? Omniscience. Second is telepathy. Third is safekeeping. Fourth is immortality. Okay. Fifth is teleportation. Fifth is expression. So when I talk about omniscience, it means in short, desire to know all. When I talk about telepathy, it is desire for human connection. When I talk about safekeeping, it refers to protect and to be protected. When I talk about immortality, it refers to be healthy and to be vital. When I talk about teleportation, it refers to moving freely without any physical constraints. And last is expression, that is you can create, you can make and you can play. So desire to do anything, that is your expression. Last topic which we had seen in the chapter 1 was your who is making the internet of things. Okay, so when I talk about who is making the internet of things, there are many people working for it together. Okay, so important point here is everybody is not working individually, but everyone is working together as a team. Okay, artist is doing the sketching task, craft person is doing some crafts into it, adding some colors, adding some ideas into it. Designer is designing as a front end designing of the system. Engineer is working with data, how to store over the cloud, how to manage the data, how the data will be stored, how the interaction between the system will take place. Developer will help to write the programs into your embedded systems. Okay, it can be your software programs, it can be hardware programs. Okay, and there will be also a hacker that will help you to know that which is your weak areas of the system which really need to be take care. Okay, so these are all people who are working together as a team to make IoT as a system. Okay, so without that you cannot do anything. So that is called as who is making IoT. This all the people are there together. Okay,